Hello and welcome to Joburg Today, where we keep you well informed about all that is happening in and around the city of Johannesburg. Take a look at our C40 section for updates on climate change. Dr. Graham Walker, an Australian science show performer, was at the Sci Bono to give a mind-blowing science performance. Take a look at this.
Now, this time we're going to put the fuel in, the fuel's going to burn, it's going to get bigger, but we don't have a lid, so there's nothing to contain.
A science show is, I guess, where we're using experiments to make the science real. So often, especially for some kids, science is something that lives in a textbook or it lives up in a blackboard. But the idea of a science show is really to bring the science alive using exciting experiments, often just using everyday items, but to really, make the science perform. I think, the world is full of dangerous things, and what I try to get across to the kids, obviously we put in warnings where appropriate, but it's also, to try and get the kids to be responsible and develop some common sense. So, it's just like, having the common sense to wear a bike helmet if you're riding on a bike. The same applies to science or just about anything else in life. So we try and give the tools to the kids to actually think about, well, why is it dangerous, rather than just saying, don't do that. So, but we say that as well.
Okay, so as we shake it round, we're doing something very scientific.
I was really lucky to study these kind of shows for my PhD research at the ANU, and one of the things I did was to actually analyse the different kind of emotions that the kids feel and work out, well, what is it in the show that really gets them to have fun or be interested or curious. So I'm pretty confident I know what to do. Just seeing the way people respond to the science is it's very fulfilling.
I think my favourite part was when he was shooting the marshmallows. It was nice, and he's like so funny, and he's very funny.
I liked when the balloons popped and the fire.
3, 2, 1.
This is Minalta and this is Joburg Today.
Share your thoughts with us on social media by following us on Twitter at Joburg Today and liking us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv. Tell us what else you would like to see on the show. Also, when you're on the go, keep up with us on pockettv.mobi, and that is pocket with an I. Last week, we had a conversation with David Jacobson from Bacchus Brothers. Can you please just tell us about the Bacchus brand?
Sure. Bacchus was started in 1971, close on 40 odd years ago, by 5 brothers. Today it's only 4. 3 of the brothers are intricately involved in the business, all man a store. And the 4th brother, Dennis, is also involved in the business, but not on a day-to-day basis. So a long history in the business. The brothers started and cut their teeth with the late Tony Factor. I'm sure a lot of viewers out there would remember him. Learned the ropes from Tony, day, night, you name it, cut their teeth. And at some point in time, they went on their own, formed the business Bacchus Brothers as we know today. And today it's 5 stores, a factory in Wynberg and a warehouse in Wynberg, and a long brand with a long history and heritage.
Okay, can you talk us through your appointment, because you're obviously not a brother, and how you're going to take this brand forward?
Sure, it's an interesting question. To cut forward to probably the last 2 years, I mean, the brand has developed a name and a reputation specifically among really the upper end of the cash furniture market. So it has a very classical appeal, and in addition we do some contemporary lines. But I guess the business got to a point, as many family businesses do, where they realized that to take it to the next level, and the next level means from a growth volume perspective, new look, the new way retail's emerging these days, that they really did need a kind of fresh set of eyes, maybe a fresh set of management skills. And I must say, I think that they took very clever decision to get someone into a family business. I have a long history. I was cut my teeth at Weatherly's and then Corrycraft, and through the links between the back offices and all my various connections, I called about 14 months ago. Started a process with specifically Dennis on getting involved in the business, and once all my concerns and their concerns were placated, I took the plunge in January to start this new challenge. And so far, I must say, it's been very exciting, very challenging. It's early days, but we've made a lot of headway, and we have very high hopes and expectations for the brand.
What are those hopes? What are you wanting to achieve?
I think, I kind of alluded to it just now, that the brand has gotten stale. We haven't really moved on from our typical classical look. The stores are tired, the stores need a refresh. The whole way in which retail's moved on has changed. People today, in the electronic age, their purchase decisions are made long before they get into store. So we're not good enough before we get into store. We're not good enough when we get into store. And what I mean by that is that, as I said, the stores need help, and I think the product needs to move on. And my job specifically, if you had to say, David, sum up your job amongst many things, it's about creating a more uniform and generalized appeal as opposed to a specific appeal whom we currently attract. And I'd like to broaden that, because we can be anything to anybody. And that's kind of my strategy for Bacchus.
Wow, that is great. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
This is Intabi Singh, and this is Joburg Today.
And that brings us to the end of today's show, but there is plenty more where that came from. So look into our special focus section for more city coverage. Stay on top of the latest issues with Cap Talk, and look forward to what Johannesburg has in store for you in the future with Joburg Tomorrow. That is it from me. I love and I leave you with Bright Lights by Just Ginger. Till next time.
Back in ETV.
Welcome, Just Ginger, one of South Africa's greatest rock bands ever. I have to say that, and I'm speaking from experience. How you guys doing?
Andy's, how are you, bro?
Awesome, dude.
Thank you for not using top.
What's top?
One of the top bands.
Oh, the greatest. I went for greatest.
Yeah, that's like top 100.
Yeah, no.
Thank you so much.
You guys have surpassed top 100. You're just great.
That's why you're in the pound seats.
Thanks, man. What song are you guys going to play for us today?
It's a new song called Bright Light.
Take it away on this beautiful day.
Thank you, sir. You can only find the great white light when you're not looking, and you should only look when you're willing to see what's surrounding you. Please come on, don't look away, it'll all come back to haunt you. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to believe in you. You can take control again, you can be the change, my friend, when you see through who you are. You can have it all, you can become whole again. You know that's what you need, you know that's what you want. And yet you find another baby. You can wait patiently, and you will see there is love in your heart. Come on, don't look away, it'll all come back to haunt you. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to believe in you. you can take control again. When you see through who you are.